All right. Satnam, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday morning class or Sunday evening class if you're in Europe. So tomorrow is the winter solstice. So I wanted to do a class, a practice that would really allow you to come deep into yourself. More of a, this practice is much more longer holds. So it's an opportunity to really go within yourself and connect with yourself. That's what these times allow us. The holidays are kind of funny because they make us kind of go all over the world, but maybe this year you're lucky in that you're going to be in the same place. You're going to be in the same place you have been, and you can take this opportunity to meditate a little bit more, to stay within yourself a little bit more, to really use this time for what it can be most potent for, which is going inward. And when we have this darkness, these longer nights, we'll have the longest night of the year tomorrow or tonight. So let's start by tuning in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So find yourself in a comfortable position, kind of center yourself in your space. Make sure that you have plenty of space around you. Close your eyes. And start to connect with your breath. We're going to use the breath. A lot of times we move with the breath, so it's easier to kind of focus on the breath. This practice will be a stiller practice. We'll be holding postures for longer periods of time. So it's important that you make that connection with your breath now, and then you start to carry that throughout the practice so you can really go deep within yourself. Connecting with your breath, feeling it coming in, feeling it going out. And you're not going to be able to hold that awareness for the whole 75 minutes. You'll get distracted at certain points. That's not the goal. There is no real goal. It's just a practice of, can you come back to the breath again and again? Can you come back to the sensations of the breath? Can you come back to the movement of the breath again and again? Let's bring our hands together into prayer pose. Elbows out to the side. Eyes are focused up at the third eye center. Take a deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adguren Nama, Jugadguren Nama, Satguren Nama, Siri Gurudeve Nama. Adguren Nama, Jugadguren Nama, Satguren Nama, Siri Gurudeve Nama. Adguren Nama, Jugadguren Nama, Satguren Nama, Siri Gurudeve Nama. Take a nice, full, deep, complete breath in. Hold your breath in. Gently press the palms together. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Gently activate the root lock. So bringing up the pelvic floor. Navel comes in. Chest stays lifted. Chin comes in. Eyes focus up. Top of the head is lifting. So whole body is present and engaged, but also relaxed. Exhale through the nose. Inhale deeply. Just make a commitment to yourself right now that you're going to do your best in this practice. Even though you're not in a room practicing with other people, you're going to take this opportunity to hold yourself accountable, to show up for yourself, to do your personal best. Exhale. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale, relax your hands down. And Sat Nam. So that really is the invitation of, I think, this year of us having to practice not in a studio. We don't get to go to studio spaces. We have to practice online. There's many, many invitations that we've had in 2020, but one of them is that we get to have a practice that really comes from our own life force, our own intention. When we are practicing in a room with other people, I do it all the time. And I've done Kundalini so much, it's so easy, but I'm gonna keep my arms up so that people can see that I'm keeping my arms up the whole time, or I'm gonna breathe, extra fast breath of fire or whatever. You're in a space where no one can really see you other than me. You get to really connect with your own energy. You get to connect with your own vibration. You get to connect with your own vibration while being connected to everyone else too. We get to expand our network in a totally different way than we have in the past. And tonight I'm going to talk about it a lot more. I'll do a workshop, which is 3 to 5 Mountain Standard Time. And that'll be up on YouTube if you can't watch it because it's in the middle of the night for you. But I'll talk a lot more about the Aquarian age and this conjunction that's happening on tomorrow morning between Saturn and Jupiter, and what all of this means, and kind of a little bit of a preview of what's going to happen, what the astrology is for 2021, and what to expect. And I'll do a workshop at the very beginning of the year to go in that more in depth, but I'll just talk a little bit about it. But what I'll say is, you kind of already know what 2021 is going to be like. The major things have already come up, right? Like COVID's not over; it's not going to be over. We're still going to be working with that. But the other thing is that we're really learning to not have top-down power, but horizontal power within ourselves. And I really think that us practicing on Zoom is part of us retraining ourselves to have that experience, right? Normally I'd be sitting at the front of the room, maybe on a platform, I'd look really important, blah, 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 blah. But now when we come into this internet space, it's actually more horizontal, it's more neutral. Everybody, whether somebody else wanted to talk, then they would all of a sudden be the person who was spotlighted on the video, right? So we're coming into this place of all of us having our own personal power and being in connection with everyone else within our own personal power. So today, as I said at the beginning, this practice, we're going to do longer holds. We're going to be in most of these exercises for about 3 minutes. So it really allows you to go super deep into the stretch. It allows you to go super deep within yourself. And what I'm really going to recommend is that you stay with your breath throughout the entire practice. This set is particularly for the pituitary gland as well. So if, throughout the practice, you want to keep your eyes centered here at the third eye center. That's a beautiful way that you can continue to work with the pituitary gland throughout this practice, is by focusing the eyes up at the third eye center. So try to hold those two focuses, because it's very easy when we just hold a posture to start going, who else do I still need to get a Christmas gift for? And what do I have to do later? And all that. You can worry about those things later. Right now, worry about being in your practice. And when you're done with your practice, your mind's going to be much clearer, much more present. You're going to be much more in the moment so that you can make those lists and do all those things with greater ease, okay? But while you're here in your practice, stay in the present moment. Stay with your breath. Stay with that eye focus up at the third eye to help keep you concentrated in this moment. I want to start just by doing a little bit of a warm up for the legs, because we're going to get right into the legs in this set. And I just want them to be warm up, have the knees warmed up, the joints warmed up. So we're going to come into a frog squat. I'm going to do them with you because I'm outside right now. And I was hoping it was going to be a warm Texas day, and it will be a warm Texas day, but it's not really a warm Texas day right now. It's a pretty cool morning. So we're going to do frog squats. So in frog squats, your heels are lifted, the backs of your toes or backs of your heels are touching. Your fingers are going to come underneath your shoulders. Your hands are right underneath the shoulders, and the fingers are kind of pressing in a little tense against the ground. We're going to work with the breath here. So you're going to inhale, straighten the legs up, drop the head down. Exhale, come back down into the squat. Inhale up, exhale down. That's 2. Let's do that 26 times on your own. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Move at your own pace and do 26. Don't have to go as fast as me. Keep going until you finish 26. Stay with your breath. Nice full breaths in and out. When you're done, you can just come and sit and relax before we get into the first posture for this pituitary gland set. Everybody's hiding from me today, huh? You're not on YouTube, I promise you. Only I'm on YouTube. All right. Since I can't see you, I'm going to assume everybody's done. Okay? We're going to make our way into a forward lunge with the right foot forward. So you're going to bring your right foot forward, flat onto the ground. You're going to have your knee so that it's just above your ankle. You're going to bring your hands to your side. If you had blocks, you could use blocks to help prop yourself up. Otherwise, you're going to have your fingers on the ground. Lift your left leg back behind you. Try to straighten out the leg. Bring the top of the foot onto the ground. So if you can, you're going to keep the top of the foot onto the ground. You're not going to tuck the toe. Just keep the top of the foot onto the ground. Fingers are down on the floor. You're going to lift your chest up, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Do your best to stay in this. If you need to bring your left knee down for a little bit, you can bring your left knee down. But then see if you can get back into it. It's going to activate different muscles. You have that leg straight. So just hold this position, close your eyes, and immediately go to that deep breath. Connecting with the inhale, connecting with the exhale. Keep recommitting to have the shoulder blades down the back, the chest lifted. We're going to stay in this position. Keep recommitting to have the shoulder. And you're going to start. You're going to start a breath of fire. So tomorrow is the winter solstice. There you go. So this music I'm playing is the perfect rhythm for a breath of fire, pumping the breath in and out. Trying to keep that left knee up if you can, feeling that stretch, feeling that right leg really warming up, getting nice and warm. Try to keep the right knee over the ankle, no farther forward, and keep the breath of fire going. Really nice. Stay with this 20 more seconds. Try to keep the eye gaze focused up at that third eye as well. Maintaining a focus on the breath and the drishti throughout the practice. Last 10. And inhale deeply. Hold the breath in for a moment. Exhale, and the way we're going to come down is you're going to bend your right knee back, bend your left knee down, bring your right knee back. You're going to have your right leg on the ground. Your left leg is straight behind you. You're going to bring your forehead down to the ground. Try to bring your third eye center, that point where you're focusing, onto the ground. If you can, you're going to have your arms by your side with your palms facing up. You can also have your hands underneath your shoulders. You have your hands closer to your shoulders so that you can feel a little more balanced in this. But found a place where you can find this stretch, but also find an amount of stability and balance so you can really relax into this. So you can really go deep into the stretch. So if you need to put something underneath your forehead so that you feel a little more relaxed in this, or you need to put something underneath your hips so you can be a little more relaxed in this, find the version of the posture that's going to work best for you today, and then hold yourself in it and connect with your breath. Long, deep, steady, slow breath. In and out through the nose. At this point, maybe your muscles are a little more relaxed and you can extend even longer onto the ground. Take a nice complete breath in through the nose and hold the breath in for a moment as you hold in the posture. And then exhale through the nose. Use your hands underneath your shoulders to help lift yourself up. Go ahead and come all the way up to standing. Go ahead and lift yourself all the way up. Come up to standing. Find a neutral place for your feet to be. Close your eyes and maybe just feel the difference between one side and the other, the right side and the left side. All right, you need to shake your legs out a little bit before we get into this next side. Go ahead, shake the legs out. And then this time, step the left foot forward. It should be the left foot, but work with whatever side you haven't worked with so far. Bring the left foot forward, flat onto the ground. You're gonna come into a lunge, a forward lunge with the left foot forward. Right leg is straight back if possible. top of the foot is on the ground, so you're not tucking your toes under. Your top of the foot is on the ground if possible. Fingers are underneath your shoulders. Shoulders are down your back. Lift the chest up a little bit, come into a slight backward bend. Close the eyes, focus up at the third eye center, and connect with your breath. Connecting with the inhale and the exhale. Trying to keep that right leg straight. Keep the hips in about the same place. One's not sagging down. Beautiful. Breath of fire. Last 20 seconds. If you had to bring that right knee down, maybe you lift it back up for this last little bit. Find the perfected version for you. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold your breath in, hold the posture, focus the eyes up at the third eye center. Exhale, relax the right knee down. Bend the left leg so the foot is coming back. You're gonna come over the top of the left leg. So left knee is down, whole left foot is on the ground. You're gonna bend over your left leg, finding a place of balance. Finding a place of balance over the left leg. Forehead comes to the ground. Third eye rests on the ground. Right leg is reaching out far behind you. The tops of both feet are resting on the ground. And again, hands can be by your side with the palms facing up. Maybe they're a little bit closer to your shoulders with the palms facing up, bent out to the side. Find a place where you can both support yourself so that you can relax and also completely let go. Be a little receptive by having the arms up, palms up to the sky. That'll help keep you receptive and open as you relax. Now, no more breath of fire. Now we're just doing a long, deep, slow breath. As the mind wanders, come back to the breath. And feel how beautiful it is to be down here, so close to your legs, so grounding to be this close to the larger muscles of your body, the thighs, the warmth and the heat that comes from resting over that. Just breathe nice, slow, complete breaths. Maybe you're able to relax a little bit deeper into the posture, come down a little bit more, and stretch your leg out behind you a little bit more. Relax your shoulders a little bit more. Please take a nice, deep, complete breath in through the nose. And then at the top of the breath, pause the breath. Exhale, release the breath. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And again, use your hands to help push your torso up. Coming all the way up to standing. Come all the way standing straight up. Feet solid on the ground. Let your arms rest by your side. Part of what we're doing in this, what's going to happen tomorrow, this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, is they are going to conjoin in Aquarius, which is an air sign. About every 200 years, the place where Saturn and Jupiter meet changes from one element to another. So we've had about 200 years of them meeting in earth signs, which is very grounding. And now they're going to go into air signs, which allows more change. It also challenges us to ground ourselves, to find ways of grounding ourselves. So we're going to really work with the legs today. So feel those legs solid, feel into your body. Spread your feet 2 feet apart, about 2 feet apart from each other. I don't know what that is in metric. Sorry, Lindy. I'm gonna get better at my metric system. So 2 feet apart, which is about the length of your foot, right? So two lengths of your feet apart. So a little bit wider than hips distance apart. Spread your feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart. And then go ahead and inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach up. And then as you exhale, really hinge from your hips, coming forward, trying to keep the spine straight, hinging forward, coming all the way forward to bring your hands down to the ground if you can. Bring your fingers onto the ground, maybe your palms come onto the ground. You can always spread your feet a little bit wider so that you can make contact with the ground here. Slight bend in the knees, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Otherwise, the legs are pretty straight, if possible, to feel that stretch. And now just feel that stretch along the whole backside of the body. Let the neck go. Feel the back open up. Let the shoulders go. And go to your breath. Feeling the sensations of the breath. Maybe even hearing the sound of the breath. Letting the breath and the drishti at the third eye center keep your focus. Whatever sensation comes up, don't try to run away from it. See if you can accept it. Take a nice deep breath in here in this forward bend. And then on your go ahead and exhale. On your next inhale, slowly begin to bring the spine back up, coming back up to standing. Working your way back up, letting your shoulder blades relax down your back as you come up. Letting your arms relax by your side, palms facing forward. And stay with the breath, even in these transitions, staying with the sensation, the quality of your breath. If you can stay as they are, come a little bit closer to be hips distance apart. We're going to bring our fingers into the same mudra as ego eradicator. So that means that my fingertips are at my finger pads. The first segment of the fingers are straight. Okay, so it's not a fist, it's that first segment is straight and just the fingertips bend into the finger pads. Really see if you can hold this throughout the entire practice. You have to actually activate your fingers to keep holding this. The thumbs are pulling away from the rest of the fingers. So do this on both your hands. We're gonna bring the arms out parallel to the ground and then bring them up to about 30 degrees. So not 60 degrees this time, we're just coming up to 30 degrees and then point your thumbs up. So thumbs point up to the sky, arms are at about 60 degrees, close your eyes. We're going to keep breathing long, deep, slow breaths. So this is similar to ego eradicator, but instead of being up at 60 degrees, we're at 30 degrees. We're standing up and we're staying with a long, deep, slow breath, not going into breath of fire. Arms are long, with just a slight bend in the elbows to keep the energy flowing through the arms, opening up the heart center in this posture, connecting with the electromagnetic field. If you can feel that subtle awareness, that energetic awareness, a little bit more with the winter solstice so close. Able to go in a little bit deeper and experience more of yourself. Give 20 more seconds here. Stay with your breath. As you inhale, bring your thumbs together over your head, reaching the fingers up to the sky. Reach your whole spine nice and long. Reach the shoulders up, reach up. As you exhale, sweep the arms down along your side. Nice wide arms as they come all the way down to the side of your body, palms face forward. Take a few nice deep full breaths here. And then come down onto your hands and knees. So coming into tabletop pose, your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Your knees are right underneath your hips. Go ahead and tuck your toes underneath. Really spread your fingers nice and wide and press your fingers into the ground, getting some of the weight out of your wrists. Press into your hands, start to straighten out your elbows, start to straighten out your legs and lift yourself up into triangle pose. So triangle pose is similar to downward facing dog, but it's a little bit of a shorter stance than downward facing dog. So the placement of your hands and your feet were the perfect distance if you started in this tabletop pose. Really press into your fingers, your finger pads to straighten out the elbows. Again, keeping a slight bend in the elbows. Otherwise, pressing those hips up nice and high with the hands. Feeling that stretch in the backs of the legs. Keep at your Lunder bun, so that means keeping the chin in so that the back of the neck is long. Maintain a long, deep, slow breath. Your body now knows the length of time that each of these exercises is going to be. Your mind knows how long it's going to be. So see if, just notice how your mind reacts now that it's got the rhythm of this. Does it get really itchy when it's coming close to be out of it? Or can it relax deeper into it with this repetition? Inhale here in your triangle, maybe lift up the hips a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, you bring the knees down to the ground and come all the way flat onto your stomach. So laying down, the whole front side of your body is resting on the mat. You can bring your right cheek onto the mat. Go ahead and relax here with the arms by the side, palms facing up. Staying in connection with the sensation and the flow of the prana, the flow of the breath. And turn your head the other way. And then bring your head to center. We're going to come up into Cobra Pose. So you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to find the version of Cobra Pose that's going to work for you. You know how long we're in these exercises now. So find the version that's going to work for you by pressing your hands into the ground, straightening your legs out behind you, pressing the tops of the feet into the ground, pressing the thighs into the ground, press your hands against the ground, lift yourself up. You can keep your elbows slightly bent. You can straighten your elbows out. You could also have your forearms down on the ground in a Sphinx pose version of this posture. But find the version that's going to work for you today. Pull the shoulder blades down the back, lift the head up. Arch the spine. And now stay with your breath. Long, deep breathing. Slow down the breath. Deep, long, slow. All right, we're gonna stay here in Cobra Pose. We're gonna start to move the head and the neck with the breath. So as you inhale, you turn the head to the left. And as you exhale, you turn the head to the right. So keep that long, slow, deep breathing. You don't have to change your breath just because you're moving the head. You can keep your breath nice and slow. Stay totally present with the breath as you turn the head side to side. Like you're saying no. Don't let the shoulders creep up. Keep pulling those shoulder blades down. Commit to being here for the last 30 seconds. Now stay in the posture, but bring the head to center. Take a deep breath in. Lift the pelvic floor. Exhale. Stay in the posture. Lift the pelvic floor on the bottom of the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze Mulabandh. Lift the pelvic floor. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Lift the pelvic floor. Inhale. Then as you exhale, bring yourself down onto the ground. Bring your stomach onto the ground. Bring your left cheek onto the mat this time. And relax. Arms by your side. And then switch your head so the right cheek's on the ground for just a moment. And then we will press into the hands, use your hands to help lift yourself up and come into rock pose. So rock pose, you are on your knees. You're gonna come standing up on the knees for this next exercise. So you're gonna come standing up on the knees. Your arms are gonna come up into the air, palms are gonna come facing up. Go ahead and close your eyes here. As you exhale, I want you to move through space with your eyes closed. So bring your hands down to the floor and then bring your forehead down to the ground so that that third eye comes and touches the ground. Then you'll inhale, come up. You're not going to come into a backward bend. You're just coming straight up as you inhale. And as you exhale, you bring the forehead down. You sit your hips back onto your heels and you bring the forehead down. Inhale, you lift up. Reach the arms up into the air. Exhale, you come down and you bring the forehead down. So when you come up, the palms are facing up towards the sky. Your arms are at about like a 45-degree angle, spread in a V shape. And when you come down, they're just resting by the side. So keep moving in and out of it with your own breath. When you're coming up, feel yourself focusing at that third eye center, and then feel yourself bringing that third eye down to the ground. Really working with the intuition by working with the pituitary gland throughout this set. And see if you can keep your eyes closed. Working with the intuition is about trusting yourself. So trust yourself in this movement. Intuition is about opening up to your sensitivity, opening up to your sensory system. So as you're moving, feel your skin moving through the air. Feel the breath, the prana, the air moving in and out through you. Do one more. And then the next time your forehead comes down to the ground, keep your forehead down on the ground. And then make adjustments here so that you can be comfortable here in child's pose. And we're going to adjust this to come into Yogi Mudra. So Yogi Mudra is just interlacing the fingers behind the back here in child's pose, and then lifting the arms up towards the sky. So your forehead stays down on the ground. You're going to try to keep your third eye on the ground. If you need to, you can always bring a pillow underneath the forehead. You could sit on top of a pillow, or you could bring a pillow underneath your ankles if your ankles are really upsetting you right now. But find the version that's going to work best for you. Straighten those elbows out behind you. Focus the eyes at the third eye center resting on the ground. And stay with your long, deep breath for the last posture of this set. Last position. Really opening up the back of the heart, opening up the shoulders. This is such a good exercise for our bodies that are sitting, bending the other way. Stay with your breath. Deep breath in. Get a little bit deeper into the posture. Lift the arms up a little bit higher. Hold the breath in. Hold. Exhale, release the arms down by the side. Just take a pause here in child's pose for a moment. Feeling that opening, that energy moving in the back. Let your awareness bring the prana to open up the back body, the back of the heart, our ability to receive love. And then really supporting yourself even more than you want to. Really use your hands to support yourself, to flip around and come onto the back for the relaxation before our meditation. Covering yourself up if you have a blanket nearby so you can be nice and warm during this relaxation. I love a really luxurious relaxation. I have like blankets and pillows and weighted blankets and all kinds of stuff. Get yourself nice and cozy. Feel really cozy and comfortable. Do whatever adjustments you need so that you can be completely relaxed on your back. Palms facing up, shoulders relaxed, hips are relaxed. Completely let go. Start to deepen your breath. And very gently start to bring yourself back. Bringing yourself back into your body by moving the fingers and wiggling your toes, and stretching your hands and moving the feet. And just do a whole body stretch. Reach nice and long, nice and wide. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And then bringing your knees in and wrapping your arms around them and squeezing yourself into a tight little ball, wrapping the arms around the knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's do a cat stretch to each side. So extend your left leg first long. Let your left leg be relaxed on the ground as you keep your right knee in, and then take the left hand and guide the right knee over to the left side. Keeping your shoulder blades relaxed, letting your head turn to the right. Your right arm comes out to the right side. Use the gentle weight of your left hand to help twist your right hip over to the left. And come back to center. And we'll go over to the other side, bringing the left knee in, right leg long. Guiding it over. Left arm out to the side. Shoulder relaxed. Twisting cat stretch the other way. And then come back to center. And bring both knees in. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Rub the palms together. Rub your feet. Rub, 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 rub. And then rock yourself. Bring your knees in your chest. Rock yourself up and down. Come up into easy pose. Actually, we're going to come into what's called celibate pose for our meditation. So this meditation is called to relax you inside and out. And it's in celibate pose if you can come into celibate pose. So celibate pose is starting in rock pose, sitting on your knees, and your heels are behind you. And if you can, you're going to spread your heels so that your hips can sit down on the floor in between your heels. So your hips are going to try to make contact. Your knees stay close together out in front of you. If this is uncomfortable for you, you could stay in rock pose. If you can get into, a little bit into celibate pose, you can always bring a cushion underneath your hips so that you can find yourself resting here. We're only going to be here for 5 minutes for our meditation. So 5 minutes, a little bit of a longer hold than we've had. But not as long as some of our other meditations. So we're going to lift our arms up into the air at a 45-degree angle. Okay? The right palm is going to face upwards, up to the sky, and the left palm is going to face down. So the fingers are together, the palms are straight, the right faces up, the left faces down. You've got a 45-degree angle between your arms. Close the eyes. So we have two counteracting forces within this. There's the posture, right? That is clearly going to be a challenge. But we're going to use this mantra. The mantra is whistling to help to activate the vagus nerve to calm you down while you're in it. So go ahead and hold it. We're on the clock right now. Left palm is facing down, right palm is facing up, and start to whistle. If you can't whistle, you're just going to make your lips like you can whistle and breathe air in and out. It's impossible to be in a bad mood when you're whistling. So whistle to help activate that vagus nerve activate the parasympathetic nervous system, to relax yourself inside and out. You got it. Stay with it. Stay with the whistle. Just go deeper into the whistle. Concentrate more on your whistling breath. Take a nice deep breath in and stretch your arms. Stretch your arms. Stretch, 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 stretch. Stretch them into that 45-degree angle. Hold the breath in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Keep the arms as they are. Exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale. Stretch your arms wide. Stretch, stretch, stretch into that 45-degree angle. Feel yourself in this V for victory. Stretch. Exhale. Interlace your fingers. Let your palms face up towards the sky. Stretch the arms up towards the sky as you inhale and hold the breath in. One last time. Deep breath in. Stretch the arms up. Stretch, 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 stretch. Keep stretching, keep stretching. Reach up, 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 up. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Release the arms. Release the breath. Let the arms come down and relax on the ground for a moment. Go ahead and make the adjustments to bring yourself either into rock pose We're into easy pose. To find a more comfortable seat, just close your eyes for a moment. Allow yourself to feel that vagus nerve stimulation. And know that you can take the elements of this meditation and you can bring it into your life. So if you're starting to feel a little down, a little depressed, if you can feel yourself sinking into a bad mood, just start to whistle. Just whistle any song to help bring yourself back into that vagus nerve, that relaxed, connected state. From this state of connection, from this state of recognition of our own inner truth and the truth around us, we bring our hands into prayer pose. We'll close with 3 long satnams, closing out our practice by recognizing that this experience within us is true, and recognizing that experience is our true self. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Bringing the hands up to the third eye center and bowing forward. So now